Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, The Yoga of Knowledge. Evening began to settle over the battlefield. The noise of preparation faded into a heavy, uneasy stillness. Arjuna stood in his chariot, his bow lowered, his body weakened by sorrow. His mind was clouded, torn between duty and love, action and retreat. Before him stood teachers, family, friends, those he had known his entire life. His voice trembled as he spoke. "I cannot do this. My heart is overcome. My mind is confused. I do not know what is right anymore." He turned to Krishna, not just as a companion, but now as a guide. "Tell me what is true. I surrender to you. Teach me." Krishna looked at Arjuna with calm, steady presence. There was no judgment in his gaze, only clarity. Then he spoke. "You grieve for what need not be grieved for. Your sorrow comes from misunderstanding the nature of life itself." Arjuna listened, still heavy with emotion, but open. Krishna's voice was gentle, yet unwavering. "The truth is this. The self, the soul, is eternal. It has no beginning. It has no end. It is never born, and it never dies." A stillness seemed to deepen around them. "The body changes," Krishna continued, "moving from youth to age and eventually passing away. But the self remains, unchanged, unbroken, ever present." Arjuna's breath slowed as he listened. Just as a person sets aside worn-out clothing and puts on new garments, so the soul leaves one body and takes on another. Nothing can harm it. Fire cannot burn it. Water cannot wet it. Wind cannot dry it. It is eternal. Krishna paused, allowing the truth to settle. All those you see before you have always existed. There has never been a time when they were not. There will never be a time when they cease to be. Arjuna felt something stir within him, a quiet recognition. "The wise do not grieve," Krishna said softly, "neither for the living nor for the dead." The words landed not as something new, but as something remembered. Krishna continued, "What you experience as pleasure and pain, gain and loss, victory and defeat, these are temporary. They arise and they pass." A soft wind moved across the field. "Do not cling to them. Do not build your life upon what changes. Learn to remain steady through all of it." Arjuna listened more deeply now. Krishna's voice remained calm. "That which is real never ceases to be. That which is unreal was never truly there. The truth of this is seen by those who understand." A long silence followed. Then Krishna spoke again. "You believe you are the one who acts, the one who kills, the one who is responsible for all outcomes, but this is not the full truth." Arjuna's eyes lifted slightly. "The self does not act. The self is not harmed. It is beyond all of this." Krishna's voice became clearer. "So why do you hesitate? Your duty, Your Dharma calls you to act. To turn away now, out of fear or confusion, is to turn away from your path. Arjuna felt the weight of these words. But listen carefully, Krishna continued. It is not action that binds you. It is attachment to the results of action. The battlefield seemed to fade as Arjuna absorbed this. Act, but do not cling. Act, but do not seek reward. Act, but do not fear loss. Krishna's tone softened again. When you remain steady in success and failure, when you are not disturbed by pleasure or pain, your mind becomes clear. And in that clarity, there is peace. Arjuna felt something within him begin to quiet. This is the path, Krishna said. To act with awareness. To live without attachment. To remember who you truly are. He continued, a restless mind driven by desire is easily disturbed. Desire leads to attachment. Attachment leads to frustration. Frustration clouds the mind, and clarity is lost. Arjuna recognized this chain within himself. But one who brings the senses under control, who turns inward, who rests in the self, finds peace. Krishna's voice became still, like the surface of a calm ocean. That mind, steady and undisturbed, remains full, no matter what flows into it. Like the ocean, unmoved by the rivers that enter it. A deep silence settled between them. Then gently, when all desires fall away, when the mind is no longer pulled outward, one rests in the self. And in that, there's freedom. Arjuna stood quietly, taking it all in. His sorrow had not vanished completely, but something deeper had begun to awaken. Not something new, something remembered. This is the yoga of knowledge.